And what's up, everyone? This is Omegabalmung, and another week, another comic book pickup of the week. This is actually going to be a pretty big comic book pickup. I did get a lot in, more than I expected. But I'm going to start out with the new ones, of course. I'm just going to go through a lot of the back issues and other comic books that I was able to get. Like I said, it's been a lot. Like I did grab a lot of new issues this week also too. So that's the reason why I had a lot, and I bought like a whole bunch of them in like lots and bundles and stuff like that. So like I said, a lot. But one thing I said last week was that I was going to go do a Mylar bags for all my comics. Woo! And it kind of fell through. I felt like it's just costing a little bit too much to order Mylar, because the way how I buy these comic books, I buy them in bulk anyways. I go through way too many, and I just can't keep up anymore. So I'm swapping back to poly bags and saving money there, because the $30, $40 I spent on Mylar bags could have gone towards more comics, and I don't know. I really have more comics than having them in really good bags. Maybe once I'm done collecting, once I slow down, hopefully next week I'm going to slow down a bit, just because this week kind of made up for it. Hopefully I could start getting Mylar bags and then swapping them out and doing things like that. But for the future, that will be my my goal, is to do that. But as of right now, I'm going back to the normal poly bags, because, like I said, they are quite cheap, and I don't know if I will go Ultra Pro anymore, because, like I said, they kind of depends on your backing board you have. The ones I actually bought from the store that sells the Ultra Pro, their backing boards kind of leave a little space in them, which is kind of weird. Then I use the Comic Care stuff that I get from Source Comics and Games, that works well with the backing boards, that works well with the Ultra Pro bags, which is, I'm like, so, Ultra Pros are out. I'm going to just get the Comic Care poly and backing boards, of course. Like Ultra Pros were pretty cheap, and they look nice. Like I said, they look very nice. But like I said, so and I'll show you if I get a comic book that has a little a little space in there that kind of just ruffles up the bag a bit. But anyways, I'm talking too long here. We are here for comic books, and of course, I'm going to start off with the new comic books I picked up this week. First of all, like I said, there's a lot of comic books that came out this week that I just, I'm going to get it anyways. I couldn't find Black Science 5. Unfortunately, that's going to be in the next video. Probably going to have to go to a different store for that one, which is kind of weird, because I'm pretty sure it was coming out on the 2nd, which is yesterday, because this video is coming out pretty late. And I didn't see any there, which is kind of weird, because I was like, oh, where's Black Science? I don't see it. I'll be picking that one soon, but let's get started here. This one will be Red Sonja, issue 8. Felt pretty cool. I'm going to turn off this monitor here so we can get a little bit better with that. There you go. Love the artwork of the Red Sonja comic books. Mostly this next one I'm going to show. Push a few things to the side here, because I got too much comic books to put on my desk here. Next up will be Red Sonja and Cubs. This is a one-shot issue. So I gotta say, I really enjoyed at least the artwork of this book. Totally awesome. I'd like to see more drawings in the Red Sonja books with that Jonathan Liu. I think that's the artist for that. Next up will be Magneto issue 2. And of course, Magneto, being a badass he is, we get a little bit more story of him. Next, it will be Inhuman issue 1, which I don't know if it's part of the. I've seen the Inhumanity, is that what it's called? I've seen those issue. Ooh, here we go. This one's kind of, never mind. I've seen those issues. I don't know if it's part of that. It does have that character in that comic book in this one, so maybe I'll pick up that one also. Next up will be, right here, I'll show you guys. Action Comics issue 30, and I love this cover here too. Of course, with Superman getting shot by a bunch of missiles. And here you go. Like I said, here's a little crease right here. As you can see, sometimes it doesn't go that well. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. So, it's maybe it's the way I put the comics in. I don't know, but that's what it looks like. Sometimes I get a good slide with the comics in the backing board, but I guess sometimes it just doesn't work. It's too much hassle for me, so I'm going to go to the comic here. They are a little bit bigger on the sides, like these. The Ultra Pros look very nice and sleek. The sides here are really just tight. Comic Care ones are a little bit more wider. I think they are. I'm pretty sure. I haven't used them in a while since my first comic books that I bought, but they have a little bit more room for the comic book to kind of move around, which some people might not like. I don't like it either, but just this little thing that this bothers me a lot. You can see when it glares up like that. You can see that. So definitely going to be using Comic Care now. I just bought some, so those are going to be. And I still have a few Ultra Pros left, which I have to use all of it because I don't want them laying around. Next up is Deadpool versus Carnage, issue 1. And that's a pretty awesome artwork. Cover. I do like one little scene in that one where Deadpool is eating his, I think it was cereal or something, in his breakfast, and he's like watching TV, and then he goes to the news, and the scene before Carnage just pretty much destroys everybody in the diner, and he's eating, and they're talking about all this gore, so he's like, oh man, I'm still eating here, guys. So and it's stuff like that. Two wacky characters, psychotic characters put into one comic book. That's going to be a little weird. I want to see more of it. That's awesome. Deadpool and Carnage, of course. Next up is Detective Comics issue 30, Icarus Part 1, with a pretty weird colored background there. A yellow with with the bat in the middle there, with Batman in the middle. That's kind of weird. But I'll be picking up more of that just because we'll see where it goes from there. Maybe it'll go into one of the Batman comics. Who knows? So next up will be Green Arrow issue 30. I'm picking up these 30s. I don't know why. I have never read a Green Arrow comic book before, and this is going to be my first one, of course, so I just picked it up because it's 30. And maybe it's a special issue. Who knows? Veil from Dark Horse, issue 2. And it just kind of follows along from the first one. Next up will be Black Widow, issue 5. I do like the drawings, and the illustrations in this books are pretty cool. So I'll be picking up. Later on, you'll see issue 1 that I picked up, of course. I'll probably try to get all of them caught up so I can read this one. I haven't read it yet. I just kind of skimmed through it, of course. So, but I haven't read it yet, and I do have issue 1 here, which I will read soon. I got to get through all these first. She-Hulk issue 3. I don't even know why I'm buying this one. I guess I just support it. I guess. Just not a big fan of the artwork. Like I said, everybody says the story is pretty cool, so I'm going to keep up with that. The artwork to me just kind of throws me off a bit, but I guess I could kind of, mind that for a bit until, and the story, from what I've heard, I'm still need to get the first and second one. Source Comics Games didn't have any, or at least the first one, so I'm going to go to a different comic shop and look for that one. Next up is Artifacts 36. I have never read any of this yet. Maybe I'll try to get issue 1 and read it. I'm usually like that. I have some kind of OCD problem like that. I need to read issue 1 before I read the comic books. Next up will be Apocalypse AI issue 3 out of 4. And there you go, with the duck-looking guy in the background there, beefed out. And the last new comic book that I picked up for this week is Ultimate Comics All New Spider-Man issue 200. So if you're a big comic book or Spidey fan, you're going to have to go ahead and pick this one up. Because this one starts right after, I think, Superior Spider-Man. I think Superior Spider-Man's ending, or it did end. a big pick up from there. So, anyways, these are the back issues. Some of them are from like the last week, some of them are from the week before, and all that. So, anyways, let's get started here. First up will be Revenge issue 1 from Image Comics. Pretty gory, pretty adult, content in this in this comic. You're looking at a lot of nudity, a lot of gore. I'm gonna fix this comic book up real quick. Next up will be Queen Sonya, issue 34. Not a big fan of the artwork. They're not as good as any of the Red Sonya ones. This one is issue 35, Queen Sonya issue 35. Like I said, they just don't look as good as the Red Sonya illustrations is leads from there. Let's quickly go right through them. Apocalypse AI 1 and 2. I'm going to flip through them real quick here. I still have a lot to go through, so we're already 11 minutes in. Next up will be, and I bought these in a bundle, like I think for like $2-3. Astonishing X-Men Xenogenesis issue 1, 2, and 3, and I might just try to finish them off. Let's see from there. Oh, a little bit too far there. There's only 5 issues into that comic. It's only a 5-issue comic, so I might as well just buy 4 and 5. Finish that off. And I'm gonna go through these ones real quick too. Action Comics 11. Action Comics 11, 12, 13, 14, and Annual 1 from the new 52. Like I said, these are like $4 for all these bundled up together. So I'm a big fan of Superman, and of course, I was going to buy it. Next up will be, and I bought, like I said, I got all these for $4 too. Separated that. We're going to go with X-Men 37, 38, 39, 40, and 41 here. And I bought these for $4 too, so that's pretty cool. Quite a lot, but it's a good deal, I guess, for now. Black Widow issue 1. And that was the last one they had there. I was pretty excited because I'll try to, get into Black Widow. Batman Joker's Daughter issue 1. Read a little bit of it. Skimmed through it for the rest. Kind of creepy. Kind of weird. And then X-Men issue 1 from like the second volume, I think so. So that is not all. We'll keep going. Then we're going to bundle these ones together just because there's so many of them. Superman issues 704, 705, 706, 707, 708, and 709. So 09 with Flash on the cover. And these are all in polybags because not all of them are in polybags, but these are ones where I was kind of starting to put into polybags, and then I'm like, I don't think I keep up. 708, you can tell from just how shiny and glossy it is. 708 with Wonder Woman on the cover. These are all from the what's called Superman Grounded issues. 707, 706. And they're falling now, so I gotta make a new pile. 705 and 704. Next up will be, go through this one real quick too. Superman, Supergirl, Maelstrom. I actually said Maelstrom last time. My bad on that. It is Maelstrom, issue 3 and 5. And I think I should have the whole thing. Should be coming up. Next up will be Fly from Zenescope issue 3. Fly the Fall. This is actually the second series to that. Flashpoint, issue 1, book 1 of 3. There you go. Flash, the Fastest Man Alive, issue 3. And of course, Maelstrom, Superman, Supergirl, Maelstrom, issue 4. And that should be the whole series for me. Action Comics, issue 2 for the new 52. And of course, this one was pretty cool. He's getting like captured and getting zapped by Lex, and then gets free. Exo Manowar, issue 2 from Valiant. Uncanny X-Force, issue 2. Ultimate Comics, the all-new Spider-Man with Miles Morales, issue 17. With Spider-Woman. Or Spider-Girl. Spider-Woman, Spider-Girl. Lazarus, issue 2. And let's do this one since they're all the same. Not the same, but all in sequence. All-Star Superman, issue 3, 4, and 5. So here's 3. And of course, if you've seen the movie, you have probably read most of the, or probably is the whole book. So, like I said, I really enjoyed the movie, and the comics are pretty awesome themselves too. So, and it follows the movie follows pretty closely to it. So, next up will be all new Savage She-Hulk. That's an awesome cover there. This is actually issue 4 out of 4. So. And then these are kind of weird because I was looking, to buy them. It's called Higher Earth from Boom Studios, as you can see from here. But at Source Comics, they had a whole bunch of them. These are all, issue 1s, just with different covers, so variant covers. And like I said, this one's issue 1 with one of the variant covers. And it was like $1 or something like that for all of them, so that was pretty cool. And I was thinking about getting these anyways, Higher Earth stuff, so there we go. Next up will be Superman from the new 52, issue 25. There you go. Supergirl, new 52, from the new 52, issue 25. It is part of the Krypton Returns series, so unfortunately, I was looking for them. I'm missing 1 or 2. I think 1 is one of the annuals, which I think it was annual 1. Maybe. I'm not sure. But anyways, World's Finest, Huntress Power Girl, the new 52, issue 16. And Catwoman, from the new 52, 27. And 28. This one's been out for a while, but I kind of just looked past it, but decided to pick it up anyways. Superman Lois Lane, issue 1. It's a one-shot. I think it is. It says it on there. One-shots. Of course, I had to go with this. I am missing one of the issues here. The Superior Spider-Man, issue 28, 29, and 30. These are the, Goblin Nation. These are actually what's going to end Superior Spider-Man. So, issue 28. And missing issue 27. So, I need to look for that one. 29, which is pretty awesome, with Spider-Man 2099 on there. Superior Spider-Man, issue 30. And it does have a little Black Widow issue 1 in here too, so that's why it's a very thick book. Next up will be, let's go with X-Men. Of course, this is what I grew up on. X-Men issue 1. And I had to get the Magneto one. I'm a big fan of Magneto too, so he was always the bad guy to me. X-Men issue 32. With Psylocke and Spiral on the cover. Shadowland Elektra, issue 1. These are the one-shot. There's like a bunch of different Shadowland ones. So, and of course, I had to get this one because it has one of my favorite characters on it. Uncanny X-Men 460. And it has, of course, X-23 and Psylocke, which is one of my favorite characters too. I had to give this one because of the cover itself was pretty awesome. The Incredible Hulks, 628, with Red She-Hulk and the Hulk there. And of course, I had to go with this. I'm always a big Superman fan, so Action Comics 835 with Live Wire. Freaky. Extreme X-Men was the issue. It doesn't say it. Oh, issue 4. The Extreme X-Men issue 36. This one was kind of, I don't know. I was reading through it, and then one of the pages fell off. It got me pretty mad, but whatever. It is what it is. Next up, well, it is, what is it? Daken? Dark Daken? It is Wolverine's son, of course. Dark Wolverine, issue 6, 7, or 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And these ones are at least 9 and 8 features X-23, and I had to get it. And here, I'm going to put them in order here real quick. Here's 5. Like that. 6. 7, which is awesome cover. Yes, that is an awesome cover. That's from the same cover as from X-Men, not X-Men, Wolverine issue 1. From this, actually his first, not first comic book, his first ongoing comic book. So that is awesome. That's all I'm gonna say. Issue 8 and issue 9. Next up, we're gonna have pretty much all Superman comic books here, except for this one, which is part of the Sacrifice issues. Wonder Woman issue 219, and you're gonna see something similar about these issues here. Next up will be, put these on the bottom since they don't go with each other. Did I have this one already? Anyways, Action Comics 829 Sacrifice Part 2. As you can see, the similarity of each cover as I keep going. And Adventures of Superman 642. Let's see. We'll go through these here. Put these on the bottom. Next up will be Superman 675. Pretty awesome cover. 676 with Grundy. 678. This is probably one of my favorite, or at least part of my favorite stories. And 680. I'll talk about it in a second here. Dog of Steel, that was pretty cool. I read through it, and then, at the end of 679, Superman gets pretty much beaten up pretty bad, and then, you see Crypto come, and he's like, he's talking, he's like, man, beats up man, or something like that, and then in 680, he actually fights against Atlas, which is pretty awesome, and he actually doesn't win, but he does a pretty good job, and then from there on, it was pretty cool. I love it. Next up will be, let's just finish the Superman stuff here, and this is actually, I have all of them. These are like the Lightning Strikes or something like that series with Shazam. So Action Comics 826. And Superman 216 with Eclipso. He's back, takes over Superman, of course, and this one's pretty cool cover. Adventures of Superman 639. And then last but not least, it is Soldier Zero. This one's by Boom Studios. Of course, it's one of Stan Lee's kind of off shots here. Pretty cool. I gotta read issue 2. Issue 1's a little slow. We'll see what it is. He looks kind of cool, kind of like a Guyver type. Hopefully, that's in my mind. I'm like wishing. Hopefully, this guy's like Guyver. But that is it. That is a lot of comic books that I went through. If I talked about all of them, it would have gone on way too long. So kind of went through just naming them and going through it like that. Of course, as usual, Superman is at the top of my list of what to get. So Action Comics, Superman, things like that. X-23. Next week I'm going to have some issues coming from the X-23 series that I got or that I bought from eBay, which is pretty cool. Like I said, I'm an X-23 fan too, so that's going to be it. I'm going to try to get some other comics too. But that is it for this week, for this very, very long episode. Like I said, I'm going to try to tone down my buying. Already, my DC box with all my comics for DC is pretty much almost full. So I probably could fit another like half of the stack right here. So I have to go out and get me another one, and trying to fill up my. And then my my Marvel one is about half full. So they're the long boxes too. So don't have any short boxes here. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video or this episode. I'll see everybody next week. Like as usual, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to comment. Leave any comments, like I always say. Talk about comic books. Talk about what character do you like. Suggest me some comic books to read. Suggest me some characters to look up on. As usual, don't forget to hit the like button if you guys like my videos, and don't forget to add me on PlayStation Network. And this is the game side, of course. The name is Omegabalmung. We can talk about comics. We can talk about games. I'm being on my PS4 most of the time anyway, so we do got voice chat on that now. So that's awesome. So anyways, I'll see everybody next week. Peace. Oh yeah, one thing before I head off. When I said about buying less comics, I think I lied on that one. I'm going to have to be getting a few comic books. I got to actually start ordering right away because we have this comic book convention that's coming into town, the Wizard World Comic Book Convention, which is coming in like May 4th or something like that. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I'm going to all 3 of them, and I'm going to be grabbing a lot of money for that. And of course, I'm going to get some comic book signed, so I'm going to be excited to go to that. It's going to be my first convention. I got to prepare for that. I got to prepare to get my comic books all straightened up. I want to try to get some comic books that I want to get signed. The biggest one that comes off my head is actually Neil Adams. Hopefully he's still going there. I'm going to be ordering one of the Batman Odyssey books. I don't know which one yet. Maybe both of them. One from the first issue and one from the second issue. Because I think the second one looks a little cooler, the cover. So it would be cool for him to sign it. But there's a lot of people that's going to be there. And then I also have one coming like a week after that, which is a smaller one, which is in the State Fair in St. Paul here. So that one's going to be smaller, but still it's going to have a lot of indie artists, indie comic book writers, and stuff like indie comics. Period. And then a few bigger names. So I gotta get prepared for that. And Where's the World Con? So it's gonna be a tough day. But anyways, that is it.